Hi, my yarny friends. My name is Crystal. I love to crochet and all things yarny. I live with chronic illnesses. That's why I don't do vlogs as often as I would like to. I'm on here today to show you some happy mail that I received, some acquisitions, some finished objects, and some whips, and also a couple new hobbies that I have started or I'm going to start. I'm going to start with Happy Mail. I received this bundle of goodness in the mail a few days ago. It is from a fellow YouTuber. I will list her channel right here because I can't pull up the name right now. It is a mother-daughter podcast, and they go into knitting and crocheting, and they have many different, they call them alongs because it could be crochet or knit. So I'll have a link to their channel in the description box below. Her daughter, Talia, I'm really bad with pronouncing words, especially names. She has postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, just like I do. And then the mother, Marcilia. I know I didn't say that wrong. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I've heard you say it, but it goes so quick and my brain's so slow that I'm not catching it. And I would have to practice a few times to get it correct. So she sent me some happy mail. She also dyes gorgeous yarn, and I will put a link in that description box. I have bought some of hers before and showed it, and it's beautiful, beautiful yarn. So I'm gonna open my happy mail. I'm so excited. Yay. I have to be super duper careful. Let me feel, maybe I can make a little, okay. It's like surgery. Okay, I just made a baby snip and I'll pull the rest. Don't want to accidentally cut anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not ripping. If I would have pre-opened it, I would have looked. I didn't get anything. Yay! Yay! Ooh, oh my goodness. I think she made me something. I'm so excited. A gift for you. Oh, it's a shawl. Crocheted by LadyFernancoCreations. Am I saying that right? Marcilia, which I know I'm not saying right. Oh, here's the name. Pin, Hook, and Needles Podcast. The pattern is Scrap Shawl by, I'll have to put it down below because I can't say her name either. She used dragonfly fibers in Numeria. It's a blue and vote. It's a variegated yarn. Is super wash, but she recommends hand washing in cooler water and drying flat. Hope you enjoy your shawl. She made me a shawl. I don't have a shawl. I've made my sister a shawl and that's it. I've not made myself a shawl. Oh, there's a card. Be cool. Oh my gosh, she made a card too. Isn't that adorable? I love unicorns. Yay! Oh no. Okay, I'll have to read that when I'm done with this. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. Oh my goodness, I love the colors. It feels so soft. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful. Oh, it's one of those. Oh my gosh, I was just Rose Like Crochet made something like in this similar shape, and I wanted it really, really bad, something in this shape. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect how it lays. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at this. I think I'm going to cry. I love it so much. The time you spent making this for me. It's going to make my makeup run. Woo! And she gave me chocolate. I love chocolate. Okay. Whew, okay, gotta suck it up. Look at it, it's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it. Okay, I gotta move on, or I'm just gonna sit here and cry. Whew. It's so soft. Now I have to gather my thoughts. Okay, I don't know what to start with first. So I will start with finished objects.
Okay, you're on.
Here is my amazing, gorgeous shawl that was crocheted for me. I wanted you guys to see it better and how beautiful it is. I'm going to cherish it and take care of it, and I love it so much. Look at this. It's stunning. She did amazing work. Don't you guys just love it? Oh my gosh, it's so squishy and soft and warm. I'm so blessed. I love it. Oh my gosh. Can I snuggle it? Oh, is this your yarn? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. My eyes are getting blurry, people. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So, a finished object is my 4th of July centerpiece that I've been working on. And I love it. I love it so much. It turned out so well. It's heavy. Let me get you a close-up of this. So I decided to do 2 blue flowers. They're called something like Calla Lilies. So I have 1 red flower, 2 blue flowers, and then these are falling, and I have 3 of these. So, oh, it's heavy, heavy. And I have some crystals in there. Oh, I gotta put it down. Oh, I'm a weakling, guys. Ooh, it's moving now. So I'm gonna pull this out so I can show it to you. So these I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just took the flower off the top, and aren't they really cute? It's a tutorial, and I will link the tutorial in the description box below. She uses something else for here, and she has something already made that's yellow, but I just crocheted. I did a magic circle, and I started off with 3 single crochets, then I went up to 6 single crochets, and then the next row I went up to 7. I just added 1 extra one, and then I just crocheted it in a continuous circle until I got it the length I wanted, and it's a sparkly yarn too. Sparkle. And then I'll have to fix them later. Oh no! I wish I kept one out. In the bottom of this pitcher, it's a crystal pitcher that we got at an antique store for like $40. It's gorgeous. And at Michael's, I was going to get some clear like rocks, those little round things, but instead they look like little diamonds, and they're different shapes, and they're a lot lighter. And so that's what's on the bottom of here, and it looks so cool. It's beautiful. And here's my flower that's done. Here's the back side. So I just got a clearanced artificial flower, and I show you the different pieces in a vlog, 2 vlogs ago. I'll put it down below what I used to put this all together. Yay! And those, they have sparklies to them. And then I'll have to, well, darn it. Oh no! And then these guys, there's some, what's that stuff called? A glue gun. I just did a long circle and then just put a wire up through it, and then I did a little glue here at the bottom and a little glue at the top so it would stay. So those would be shooting out. And this is just floral wire from the Dollar Tree. So that is one of my finished objects. That is for the 4th of July Stash Buster Challenge. The yarn that I used for the, this was a Karen party. Karen. Darn it, I can't pull it out of my brain, but I will put right here what I used for the blue flower. My next thing I wanted to show you, and it's not done yet, but I'm going to make a flower for this. This is another crystal thing I got. The topper was missing from an antique store. I normally have this rose in it that I crocheted. That's very, very heavy. So I want to, and of course I don't have those stars in it, but I'm going to, for this, I'm going to crochet a carnation flower. Won't that look so pretty in it? And I'm just do one, and I'm going to use the blue sparkly yarn for it. So that will be on my hook soon. I only have a couple more finished objects. I did 2 more granny squares for Rose that Rose likes crochet. So I think I have something like either 9 or 11 so far, and I've done a couple more of these, and I will link the pattern. They are dish scrubbies, and I have 8 more to make, and then I'm done. I'm done. Yay! And then I got to call them so I can drop off, because I'm making gratitude bags for my local hospital to say thank you to the nurses and doctors risking their lives to help save our lives. So I'll be really, really excited to get that done. Now that is it for my finished objects. I have another finished item, but it's not a crocheted item. So I showed you last week where I dyed with Kool-Aid this orange yarn, orange and red, and then I did a variegated one. Well, I did one more. I did a purple and a green, and I will put in right here it on my spinner. What are those things called? Oh no, my brain. So I had it on the spinner to cake it up. I'll insert that. But this is how it turned out. This is purple and green Kool-Aid. So when you just do chunks, when you're dyeing your yarn, and you just kind of do stripes on your hank of yarn as you have it laid out, you will get a variegated yarn like this. I love it. It turned out really, really pretty. So I'm happy with dyeing with Kool-Aid. And I can't wait to try to dye with my acid dyes someday. Oh, I do have another finished object that's not yarn related. I have been sewing some masks for my son and his fiance. They work at McDonald's and have to wear masks their whole shift, so they go through them a lot. So I have sewn 5 masks, and I have 3 more to sew for them. And I've been using this yarn. I've been using Burnett Beyond instead of elastic, and my husband loves it, and I love it, and they tried it on, and they love it. You don't need, for this type of a mask, you don't need elastic. It scrunches up, and I think I did these too big, and you just fit them to the size that you need them, so they will shorten these, I'm sure, and it fits comfortably without tugging and pulling. I wore them at the hospital the other day when I had to get an x-ray, and it was comfortable, it didn't hurt my ears, and it wasn't pulling on my ears. So who knew that some yarn, and it is like a 6, it's a 6 bulky and super soft. Who knew? So that is a finished object. Oh, Lori, I finally have your llama print cut out to make your project bag, finally. So hopefully my body will be nice to me so I can sew it. But it was a major step to get it done. I'm so excited. So that is it for my finished objects. What's on my hook? I have on my crochet hook, I am making a 4th of July tank top, and I will put the tank top I am making. I am using different yarn in a different size, so I've had to change it up a little bit. So I have, this is going to be my back panel. This is done, and I'm working on my front panel right now. So they have you work this in one big panel, and it goes around your body, and then you seam it up. But I want slits down the side that open. I want it open on the sides right here. So, I have wide hips. So if this tank top, if I made it the size of my wide hips, it would be way too big for my waist. So I wanted a front and a back panel, and I'll seam it up on the sides just a little bit, and then I will then work on decreasing. Then when I work on the top portion, I will single crochet around the whole thing and then work on decreasing it a bit to make it more custom fit to my body. And then my hips will get poke out a little bit on the sides because I'll have those slits. So for this, I am using Premier Cotton Flare in white. I don't know the red color, and this blue color is called, and it might just be called red, and this blue is called Blue Iris. And I didn't have the blue or the red. I did have to buy it. I only had the white in my stash, but I really wanted to make it. So I did have to buy a little bit of yarn, but I figured for my stash buster, if I have to buy a little bit, if I'm still using some of my yarn, I'm happy with that because I really wanted this tank top, and I couldn't do it in acrylic because I have problems with temperature regulation, and the acrylic yarn would make me too hot when I'm outside, and I want to be able to wear this outside on the 4th of July. And this is a 2-weight 52% cotton and 48% acrylic. So since it's lighter and has some cotton in it, it's going to breathe better for me. So that is one item that's on my hook. Another thing is actually on my needles. I am learning how to knit. And it's hard to use 2 needles when you've crocheted and you've only used, you've only used 1 crochet hook. And I have struggled because holding my yarn, I hold it in my left hand, but with knitting, I was trying to hold the yarn in my left hand and it just wasn't working. So right now I am working on the knit stitch, and I have frogged this a bazillion times. So just trying to get comfortable with having 2 needles in my hands, and I hold my yarn in my right hand and not my left like I do with crochet. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the most comfortable, and so far so good. I've even done the purl stitch, and I've done a stockinette. Is that what it's called when you do the knit purl? This is the garter stitch. So this will eventually be a cowl, and all it is the knit stitch. So I'm really excited about learning this. I've always wanted to knit a pair of socks. I'd love to knit a sweater someday, and I find learning something new really helps get my mind off my body when I'm having a really bad day. Unless it's a severe day, then I can't do anything. I can't even crochet. But on bad days where I still can do something, it's fun to just focus on something new where your mind really has to engage and you really have to pay attention. Because with crocheting, I'm at a point that I can do it and watch TV or do, it doesn't take much mental power. It's easy, which is nice and relaxing at times, but it's really nice to have something to focus on when I'm not doing well that day. So I'm loving it. I'm really excited. It was super hard at first, and but I knew that I just needed to keep trying and just to keep pressing through that, because even when I started to crochet with just the crochet hook, it was very hard because I wasn't used to it. It's very awkward holding the hook, very awkward holding the yarn, and the same thing with 2 needles, but I just kept doing it, and it's starting to get easier. So we shall see. But I have questions, lots and lots of questions. I've had to tear that out so many times because I make a mistake and I don't know how to frog it, and I don't know how to tink it back. And I don't know how to count my rows. So that's a lot of fun. That's something new I'm learning. And something else I'm going to learn how to do. And I'm going to learn how to spin yarn. I'm so excited. I thought spinning yarn, you had to do it on that big wheel with your 2 feet, and I was like, there is no way possible I'll ever be able to spin yarn. And then someone on the Secret Yarnery mentioned that she had bought a small electric yarn spinner, and I didn't even know they ever had an electric yarn spinner. So for my 50th birthday that's coming up soon, my husband let me buy an electric yarn spinner. I didn't get the small one, I did get a bigger one, and it's coming from New Zealand, and I won't get it for I don't know how long. I don't know. With everything going on with the mail, we will see. But I'm going to do vlogs on my trial and error of trying to spin my own yarn. I'm really excited about the possibility of it, and once I get familiar with it, I think I could do it on my couch bed. Yay! So it's another hobby that I can do on my couch bed that I'm hoping someday to show you guys my whole setup over there. So my next thing, I did not make a list. Oh no! I'm going to go into acquisitions. My first acquisition is I got a small teeny project bag from TeaDoddles. She makes project bags, and she has a YouTube channel, and I will link that below. And I saw it and I thought it was adorable, and I wanted the fabric because the fabric is just so cute, all the different things, all the different sayings on it. I just fell in love with it. This is the inside of it. It's so adorable. It's so cute. I like the string that she used. I don't know what this is, but I really like it. I'm going to have to get some for my bags for whenever I make them. And I also got some tea and a stitch marker. Yay! It's so cute. I love it. Then, I better move these scissors. Then another acquisition I got was some yarn. I've shown her yarn before. It is from Pixie Hollow Yarns. This is her business card. Could not pull that up. And she always gives you a color catcher with it and a cute stitch marker. Isn't that cute? So, and you can find her on Facebook. I will put a link in the description box below. And the yarn I got is a shawl kit. Oh my gosh! Look at this yarny goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this yarn. It reminds me of darn, what's that bird with the colorful, a toucan, right? Is that a toucan? Oh my goodness. Then she pulled out colors from it. And I won't be having them in, well, maybe I can get them in a kind of an order. Look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty. I love it. It is a fingering weight yarn. I've never used a fingering before. It is 85% merino, 15% nylon. It's super wash. The yardage is 783 total yards. I wonder if that's in all of it together. It's called Brighter Days Ahead. Isn't it so pretty? I gotta learn not to cover up my microphone. I have the hardest time pulling up words sometimes. It's bad. I could be in the middle of a sentence and then one word in the middle of it, I can't pull out that word. So the next acquisition is I got a Herrschners yarn haul, a mini one, because they gave me a 35% off coupon. They said it was only good for 3 days, and they lied because I had some items in my cart and it was like a week later and it still worked. Oh no. So I had to get some of this Red Heart Super Saver, the Americana one. CJ showed a kerchief that she made with this yarn, and I had to get it so I could make my sister one. So at first I thought I wasn't going to do it, but yeah, I caved and got it. And then what else I got in my Herrschners yarn haul is I really wanted to try the Premier Basic. So I got the colorway charcoal and I got linen. So I got these two so I could compare them to Hobby Lobby and ice yarns and see price, softness. I find it very soft. I like it a lot. It's really, really nice. I just had to touch it. I've never had it before, and I know a lot of people love it. And then the next item I got more of this yarn that I fell in love with. This is called Roll With It Belange. I'm not sure, Red Heart. And I got the colorway Hollywood. And I got 5 of these so I could make a sweater. Oh my gosh, you guys, I always get enough to make a sweater. I don't know how many sweaters I'm going to make in my lifetime. And then I already had 2 of this colorway. I got, but you know, I needed enough to make a sweater. It's autograph. Yeah. I think I'm going to make all these sweaters, but we shall see if that really happens. So that's what I'm hoping, to make a sweater with lots and lots of different yarn. And the next acquisition I got was I bought the knitting needles that I showed you. They're called Brittany. I did get straight ones. I didn't want to spend the money on circular ones in case I hated knitting and couldn't do it. So now that I'm like, okay, I think I can do this, I'm gonna buy some circular needles. I also got these little teeny tiny size ones. I'm like, what the heck? They're so little. Oh my goodness. Here, let me show you. Let me pull one out. Yeah, that's not even the size you use for our socks, I don't think. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know if socks will be in my future. Oh my gosh. So I got those 2 different knitting needles. Then when I was I have one more, how long is this? 30 minutes. Maybe I'll save my Michael's haul for next time. 30 minutes, oh no! So I think that'll be it for now because this is a long one. I wish I could get on here more frequently so then they could be a little bit shorter, but with my health, I just don't know. It's a roller coaster, and typically I don't feel good. I usually have more bad days than good days. I usually have a few severe days in my week. But the last few days, I've had some good days, which is amazing and wonderful, and I'm really excited about that. And I think my body's just not in a flare for a short time. I've had to go into Spokane a couple times for tests, and then I need to go back in next week because they're going to do a more in-depth autoimmune panel looking for antibodies. I've had some of the normal regular tests done and they don't show any antibodies that you would typically have, but they have a more vast one that I have to pay a little bit out of pocket for it, but my inflammation markers are continually high, so yeah, and I'm supposed to have a lip biopsy, but that got postponed because of the COVID-19. So we shall see. I just, take what I can get, and I'm pretty happy when I have good days. And I've been having like I drove a little bit yesterday, which is unusual for me. So right now, for some reason, I'm not in a major flare. So yay! I love my sweater, my shawl so much. Thank you. I can't wait to show my husband. I feel blessed. If you guys could like this, I'd appreciate it. If you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you could share it with anybody, I'd appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you're safe and healthy, and I will talk to you later. Bye.